Present.
Dr. Kelly Joseph.
Present.
Ms. Miranda Watson.
Here.
All members present.
Okay, first item on the agenda is to receive the personnel updates. Ms. Swanson.
Good evening, committee and board members. We didn't have any changes in our staffing this past month, but we have conducted our staffing meetings with our principals and administrators to determine our projected vacancies we will have for the 2017-18 school year. A copy of it has been provided for you in the manila folders that's at your seat. We have scheduled interviews for the soon-to-be vacant principal position at the College and Career Academy. The interviews will be held this coming Tuesday, beginning at 10:30 a.m. After we distribute the assignment letters next week, advertising for the vacancies for the 2017-18 school year will begin the following week, and we'll advertise in our local journal, the Advocate, as well as Teach Louisiana, and our website.
How many total people have applied for the position for principal?
For principal, we had a total of 5 to apply.
Okay, any other questions, committee?
None.
All right, thank you, Ms. Swanson. That concludes the personnel committee.
Policy committee is called to order.
Mr. Alvin Travis.
Here.
Ms. Joyce Porter.
Present.
Ms. Linda Cheney.
Present.
Dr. Kelly Joseph.
Here.
All members present.
Receive and consider for approval renewal of policy updating service with highlighting items through Forethought Consulting effective June 1st, 2017 through May 31st, 2018.
It's a yearly procedure that we bring before the committee and before the board. The renewal for Forethought Consulting, that's the organization that updates our school board policy manual. So I'm requesting that we continue working with Forethought Consulting as that you approve the renewal of the contract.
I so move. I second.
Been moved by Ms. Cheney, second by Ms. Porter, that we approve Forethought again. Is there any question? Vote?
Mr. Travis.
Yes.
Ms. Porter.
Yes.
Ms. Cheney.
Yes.
3-0, motion carried. Refer to the full board for vote.
Second item is receive information on pupil transportation management product.
Ms. Leanders will discuss that item with the committee.
Yes, we are looking at subscribing to Sunray, which is a bus routing and pupil transportation management system as a product. It's not a purchase, it's a subscription at a cost of $1,795 annually. We're not locked into a contract. That way we can experiment with this first year, and if we're not happy with it, we're not locked into a contract for another 2 years. What this will provide is bus routing and other people transportation management services, including figuring out the mileage en routes. There's a component where the parents will be able to go in. They can't make any change, but they'll be able to go in, put their address in, and they'll be able to tell what bus route their children are on. The buses will be numbered. This company will take our information from our student information system and upload it into there, and it will be able to route out everything. So we did have a webinar with them, Ms. Teresa Bird and I, who Ms. Bird does a lot of the bus routing manually, but this will assist with doing it electronically, and hopefully will make the department and bus routing more efficient.
Do any other parishes around have anything like that?
Most of them have the more extensive, the larger districts, they have the more extensive. We are small, so at this point, the cost in doing a major one, I think this product here will suffice for what we need. When we met with the company Leapfrog that you all agreed to a contract with, they said we were doing a good job manually, but just a small program would help us out in becoming more efficient with calculating routing and with the cost. What it also does is that where bus drivers may be going in a certain direction to add miles, that will take it and make the route to become more efficient, cost effective for us.
I like that.
So, we purchase it as a subscription.
And it's software, or do you have a?
No, it's cloud-based. It's a product, and it's cloud-based. But they provide, through everything, email, and then phone, no additional cost, any kind of training or any, customer service that we need.
What's the pleasure of the committee?
That's second.
Which one of y'all?
Order, motion?
Motion was made by Ms. Porter and seconded by Ms. Chan. Any further discussion? Vote?
Mr. Travis?
Yes.
Ms. Porter?
Yes.
Ms. Chan?
Yes.
3-0, motion carried, refer to the full board.
That's it. Concludes the policy committee.
Building and Ground Committee will come to order. Roll call.
Ms. Cheney? Ms. Porter?
Present.
Ms. Whitley? Dr. Joseph? Yes. All members present.
Item 1, discuss agreement on use of land and building between St. Helena Lit. represented by Mr. Terry Addison and St. Helena Parish School Board.
So we have all of the information from Mr. Addison with regard to insurance and everything. So he has submitted all of the information that we require. The issue that I'd like to bring before the committee is, and also Mr. Addison, is the amount of time per day he will be utilizing the gym, and also the length of time that he'll be utilizing the gym. He had stated on his application he would use the gym from 8 to 5 on Saturday and Sunday. There's also an expense that is connected to that. We have waived the fee for him to use the facility, which is $75 per hour. But there is a fee of $35 per hour for janitorial services. So we are, I guess, looking for advice from the committee about how to address the issue. I understand that Mr. Addison is wanting to, do something for the kids in the community, and fully respect that and appreciate that and thank him for that. The issue is about the cost associated with having the functions there Saturday and Sunday, for a long period of time, 8 to 4. So you're looking at, utilities, you're looking at the staff that we would have to be dedicated to coming out every Saturday and Sunday to open up the gym, to lock the gym up, to, when the kids have to use the restroom, changing out all of the paper products and all of those other things tied to anyone wanting to use our facilities.
Any question for me? Dr. Joseph, I could maintain the gym. I could bring tissue paper, change it out, which I have did it before. I could sweep the gym and clean it up, which I have did it before. The length of time, I just put that there. I'm not saying I'm gonna be there that long. I put that length of time just in case we carry over a little longer than that. So I don't wanna just say from 8 to 12 or 8 to 2, and we might one day come in and we have a little more kids, and we might stay there till 4 o'clock. We're not gonna exceed over 4 o'clock. But that's why I put the time like that. But the cleaning of the gym, I can maintain all that. Matter of fact, I supposed to be coming in there and doing the flow in the gym. I supposed to be stripping it down and putting the wanks down there for our athletic director. I talked to him, Coach Brown. And plus, I went out there on the football field and I cleaned it up. I covered all the holes. And now I'm gonna get Mr. Blade to come there and treat the field so the field could be looking great for the fall coming up. That's what I've been doing. And that's why I asked about using the gym, because Cause I've been putting a lot of time out here myself. Plus moving the school, and I came up there and moved y'all from one facility to another facility, from that facility back to that facility. And I didn't question no cost or nothing.
So the issue is, and once again, Mr. Addison, I do appreciate that. So the issue at hand is, I guess we need to get a firmer time of when you're going to use the gym, because our, one of our janitorial personnel will have to open up the gym and lock the gym. And so we would need, and that person would have to change out the paper products, because we use a certain type of paper. You can't just go, to a store and just get paper and, use that to replace. There's a certain type of paper product that we use. So I just want to know the time. I need a specific time that you'll be in the gym, and that's just basically it. We just need a firmer time that you'll be in the gym.
Well, Dr. Joseph, I said, if we come in the gym, we might carry over just a little longer. I don't want, if I just said from 8 to 12, and if somebody comes to them, we be out there at 12:30 or 1 o'clock, I don't want no issue saying that we staying in the gym too long. That's why I put it like that. I would not, I know I won't be in there till 4 o'clock, I just put that down.
So then if you know you won't be there till 4 o'clock, but you know you may be there past 12 o'clock every now and again, then it would be good. So you would say that it would be between, 12 and 2?
I said 12 and 1. I'm gonna
Okay.
put it like that. Because when we get everything organized, we started playing. You have a lot of kids gonna be coming in there. And you have about 5 or 6 teams. We're gonna have a combined team with girls and boys playing together. We're gonna have just girls and just boys. But when you get the coaches in there and coach them, kids, they wanna have time to practice their kids so they can have fun, because it's fun for the children. It's very, very, the kids gonna enjoy themselves. And it's helped them across the summer to keep them out of trouble. That's the main thing. That's the main thing we wanna try to do, is try to give them something so they won't be getting in trouble, because if you just don't have nothing on the plate to do, out of time, you're gonna get in trouble.
And I do appreciate that, and I respect that. It's just the issue still at hand is we need to tell our employee what time to open up the gym, which would be 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock to
Then
12.
what time to lock the gym, because if you leave early, and then maybe you need to just make sure you have that janitor's phone number, so
Right.
you can call them so they can know to lock the gym, because you hate for you to leave early, and he comes in or she comes in at 4 o'clock, that means that's a whole, a large chunk of time that the gym will be open for anybody to just walk in and do whatever. So we want to eliminate those issues.
But, Dr. Joseph, excuse me.
Can I speak? My personal opinion, I think the time, I understand we need somebody to open it up and lock it up, which I personally have an issue with that as well. Not overall, but when you're talking about time, you're dealing with Little League and you're dealing with volunteers, if you got, say for example, if I decide I'm a volunteer or anybody else, my schedule may not allow me to be there from 8 to 12, but I can come at 1. But the other coaches who's volunteer can come at 8. So I think if we gave him permission to use the gym, I think he should coordinate with the athletic director and the principal of the school to coordinate, the times he's going to be in and out the gym. That's my personal opinion. I think we're making this bigger than what it is. If my concern is going in the gym and tearing something up, then he's responsible. For us cleaning, Mr. Terry said he'll clean it up and keep it clean, and if he don't keep it clean, then we address that issue. And then he'll avoid his time in using it. But I remember a time when in summers, like it or not, we don't have anything in this parish to do, and the gyms and the football fields are our only recreation. We're not like Tampa or East Baton Rouge where kids can go to a rec center and shoot ball and play. These are our rec centers, if citizens are allowed to use them. But tying them down to a time, if nobody's from the high school is using the gym on a Saturday, or from the middle school is using the gym on a Saturday, then Mr. Terry should coordinate with the principal about what times he's going to be in and out. And if anything happens to the gym, we know Mr. Terry is in there, he's responsible for it.
But that's what she was saying, you need to coordinate the time with the custodian. Maybe y'all can exchange numbers, and you
Right.
communicate with them
Can I
to get it done,
finish?
because the principal is not gonna be here to lock it, open and close it. The custodian is gonna be the one that's responsible, correct?
Yes.
Could I
So-
get whoever I could coordinate with? Could I get their phone number and everything and talk with them? And I would never ever leave the gym unattended. I would never walk out the gym if the custodian not there. I am very, very responsible. I am.
Mr. Addison, we're not saying you're not responsible, but what I can only go by is what you have written on your application. And on your application, you said you were going to be practicing with the kids.
Yes, ma'am.
Now I'm hearing something different. I'm hearing you're gonna have other volunteers. Sound like you're gonna have maybe some games going on. So it sounds like you're gonna have more kids than what, because you never wrote down the total number of children that you'll have playing. So it's not about, trying to be difficult or making the situation out to be more than what it is. We're trying to just get a handle on the situation and find out what actually, what are you gonna actually be doing in the gym? And not to mention the cost that's associated with it. So if we're allowing you to use the gym, and there's the $35 associated cost for it, the janitorial services. So the question will be before this committee and before the board, will you be charging them that fee or not?
Can I say one thing?
So that's two issues that we need to discuss.
Dr. Joseph, can I say this? Volunteer with the kids when you're doing bitty basketball. If you have 10 kids coming out there, and you have 20 more want to come, I'm talking about little kids, 6, 7, 8 years old. It'd be wrong to turn them around and say, no, you can't come out there. If we have an insurance, we have insurance, and whatever we have to cover the kids, and they're coming out there, I don't think it should be an issue because we dealing with little kids, not grown kids. We dealing with babies, trying to help them to survive in society that's coming up now, because it's a rough junk out there for our children coming up. So we want to try to teach them how to carry themselves and how to live in this world.
So are you going to have an application process or registration
Yes, ma'am,
process?
we have to get the gym first.
Well, you
To
have
get-
the gym.
Look, wait, no, the gym, Dr. Joker told me don't use the gym till we come back to the board meeting. When I get the gym, open the gym up, then we're gonna bring the parents out there and start doing the paperwork on them. That's what we have to do. We just can't go out outside and do the paperwork. We wanna come in a good environment, sit down and talk to the parents and let them know their responsibility, and what we expect from me and everything. That's what we wanna do.
Okay, so you're gonna have a registration, you're gonna have the practices, you're gonna have games. So see, in the application, all you had listed was that you were gonna be there practicing with kids.
Yes, ma'am,
So
but
now it's gonna, so that's good. So you're telling us that now you're gonna have a registration date,
Right.
and you'll know then the number of kids.
yes, ma'am.
And so, okay, so that makes more sense now about how how the days are gonna go on the Saturday and the Sunday. Because it wasn't clear in how you had it written in the application.
Okay. I'm sorry about that.
I think when Ms. Leatrice was talking to you about it over the phone, it wasn't about, trying to be a stumbling block for you to use the gym. It was about just trying to get more information from you about how you're going to use the gym, and then the costs associated with that. So since that's clear, so now the issue is the $35, because we waived the fee for the use of the facility, which is $75 per hour. And there is, on the application, it lists that there is a fee for the janitorial services. So the question is, committee, what is your thoughts and opinions, whatever it is that you all decide?
Chair, committee?
So basically, he's saying that, he's gonna clean the gym, Dr. Joseph. He said he'll clean the gym. So basically, what we're looking at is to pay the custodians to come out and unlock and lock the gym up.
Every Saturday and Sunday.
So can you handle that, Ms. Davis?
It'll be rough to pay that much money. It'll be pretty tight. I can't say I can pay it, I'm not gonna say I can pay it, but it'll be pretty tight to pay it.
$35 to unlock a door and $35 to lock it, to me, is ridiculous. If you go waive the fee, we go waive it. If you're not gonna waive it, let Mr. Terry make the decision. I mean,
Well, it's not just about.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I'm not on this committee, but I'd like to ask a question.
Okay, sure, Mr.
How
Travis.
long has it been, Mr. Addison, since you had children up at that gym? How many years ago?
I was there last year.
Last year?
And wasn't no fee added to me or nothing. But I follow rules of thumb. I had talked to Mr. Douglas, and I talked to Mr. Brown about it. I said, I'm not gonna interfere with no one or nobody.
You came a few times? Or a bunch of
No, man, I came just about every day. I had to sit in the gym and wait for someone to get off the floor and everything. I went on the floor, I did my thing with exercise and everything, with the skill work and everything. And what I did after I did that, myself, all the custodians was going home. They don't never lock the gym in the evening time, never, no one. So what I did, I locked the gym myself when I left, made sure the door was locked. I did that last year. That's what I was doing.
So you're saying you have a key to the gym?
No, ma'am, the gym was already unlocked because you had the dancing doll in there, you had the band members in there, and they
You
was
said you
practicing.
locked the gym when you left.
Yes, ma'am, I locked. If the door, what they do, they open the gym door up. They put a rug between the gym. All the teachers and everybody be in the gym who in there, they put a rug so the door won't close and lock.
So, right, so you were using the gym during the week?
Through the week,
Right.
yes, ma'am.
So we're talking, you want to use, there's a difference. You want to use the gym now on the weekends.
Well, I would love to use it through the week, but the time frame, everybody working, the volunteer people, they have a 8 to 10 hour job.
Committee?
Just so you understand our position, this staff and board is real protective of our property, a lot more than what it was like in the past. So you can kind of understand where we're coming from. We check in every angle that we can think of. We're not trying to be hard on you or anything like that.
And maybe
Can I
we
say
can-
one thing? When I come out here and do the floors, it's gonna take me 2 days to do the floor, gym floor. I have to do the gym floor on a Saturday and a Sunday. It take that stuff to cure. Who gonna open the gym for me then?
The same person who would open up the gym for you when you use it for your events. A janitor will open up the door.
So
And
that's my
the
free time,
responsibility.
donate my free time to do that. My free time. So why can't I get a little free time to do this?
Well, this is my first time hearing that you are going to be stripping and waxing the gym floors at no charge. That is the responsibility of the janitorial staff. So I don't know, this is my first time hearing about that. So I question that.
Okay, then, all right. Well, you guys, Mr. Coach Brown, you can talk to him. I talked to him about it. I talked to Mr. Douglas about it. I even talked to Coach Brown when we came out there and I got the soil sample. I told the man we need a soil sample check to check the soil on the football field. Make sure they're doing the right thing on the field.
So I guess,
Only thing I want to know is if I can get the gym or not. That's the only thing I want.
yes,
You have
you
to-
can
you
choose
have
the
to.
gym.
But I cannot afford to pay no $35.
Okay, so I guess.
I'm
since
not
you-
telling.
Since you do, let me just suggest something, and you can tell me if you can do this. Since that custodian have to come out and lock and unlock and lock for you, can you pay $35? Not 35 for coming, 35 for coming back. Something, we have to give them something to compensate them because they're doing it.
But can I say this? At one time I came on the weekend, I did give a custodian $20.
Okay.
I gave him $20 to come. I did.
And depending on
I'm
what it
not,
comes-
I don't wanna print no name or
Right,
what I gave
right,
the
right.
money to.
Totally
I just wanna keep
understand.
my mouth closed on that.
Right.
I did give him $20 to come open the gym.
Right.
So you were saying, Mr. Addison, you can afford to give him $20?
I can't afford it, but I give it. I ain't no such thing as afford it. I'm not gonna say that. I would love to give him $15 or $10 or whatever I could.
Right, and depending on,
$20?
and then, you know, my thing is, depending on what a custodian coming from, or who is designated to do it for you.
Well, I know one stay pretty close. I used to get him.
If it was left up to me, I have to agree with Dr. Hurst, especially with him doing this for our kids and for the children in the community. I just feel like we shouldn't charge him anything. That's my opinion. I just feel like we shouldn't have to charge him to keep our young children out of trouble during the summer. Have something for them to keep their little minds occupied. But that's my opinion. But if you can afford to give them something,
If I could afford to give him something, he might just say, hey, just give me $5.
And I'm gonna chime in, I'm gonna be quiet about it. You put a custodian or whoever is gonna come and unlock the door or lock the door, you tie their whole day up waiting on Mr. Addison to finish. So Mr. Addison said, okay, I'm starting at 8, he opened up at 8, I'll be out here about 2 o'clock. Well, something may happen where Mr. Addison may have an emergency, or it may have a thunderstorm, it may shut down early, it may shut down at 11. This custodian then probably say, I ain't gotta be back at 2 o'clock, I'm gonna run the hammer. Now he's stuck there to 2 o'clock. You know, I know we protective of our facilities, the taxpayers voted for these facilities. Mr. Addison has been a citizen of this parish all his life. He's worked with the school system most of his life. I don't have a problem, it's just me, and I'm not on the committee. I don't have a problem with signing a key to Mr. Terry, knowing that he's going to use the gym from 8 to 12 or 8 to 1 on Saturdays. And if anything happens on that weekend, we knew he was the only one in there, then he has to answer for what happens. Because well as I know, kids in this community, if you don't let them in, they find a way to get in because they ain't got nowhere else to go. You know how I know? Because when I was in high school, if they didn't open the gym, we broke in it. I ain't say broke in it, but they had a door open. Statute of limitations, you know. And that was both gyms. So it'd be nice to have somebody up here just in case kids decide they want to come in and vandalize, or that's another pair of eyes we have on the campus. But if something goes wrong in the gym, Mr. Addison has to account for that. And I know for a fact that in the past, I ain't calling no names, I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble, I done picked a kid up headed to the gym. Not necessarily a kid that just graduated, a grown man. Where you going? Drop me off at the high school. What you going to do? We going to shoot basketball. I said, who up there? Nobody. And this was not this year, but maybe last year or year before last. So kids find a way to get in. So but I'm not on the committee. It's whatever y'all decide.
I want to ask Mr. Addison a question. Mr. Addison, are you charging the parents a fee?
No, ma'am.
You're not charging them a fee?
No fee.
I'm just trying to figure out how we can
That's
get
what
this
I was
straightened
thinking.
out.
You said they doing registration, so there's no fee for
No fee
registration.
for registration. We just want to get a detailed list of the players, get a list of the players so we can count them and make sure how many we have there.
Okay, because I know like some leagues, if they bring in other teams.
No,
Like
it's gonna be St.
St.
Helena
Helena,
Parish.
just St. Helena,
Just St.
okay.
Helena Parish key.
Okay.
You know, we might have some kids like that, Chancellor Hope Parish, but it's still in St. Helena Parish. Down there in Ain't Not Ain't but what you call that? Bagall. That still cover, he said St. Hope Parish, but it's still St. Helena Parish.
Fifth Ward.
Yeah, Fifth Ward area. Down there at the end of the line, down there, Dennisville, it said Livingston Parish, but it's still St. Helena Parish.
So there is no fees collected?
No
So-
fees
Okay,
at
so
all.
it's
Not
a
a
registration.
Just registration, keep a line on how many kids we have. So we can get ready to match them up. We got to look at them, see which one is a better ball player than the other.
Okay.
I have a question. Will you have games?
Yes, ma'am, we got to have games because that made it interesting for the kids. So at the end of the season, we'll go out there our own self. That's what I used to do. Buy the trophy for the kids. Most valuable player, most outstanding player, most improved player. And let the team play against a playoff. And you have a big trophy and you have a small one.
Okay, I understand that, but what about the people who come in to watch,
The parents come in to watch their own children play.
so they.
So you're not charging them?
No, they don't charge nothing. They come in and watch the kids play because it'd be amazed when you go to a game. See, I coach an AAU team myself. I got kids, coach kids out of East St. John, John Curtis, Amy. I got an AAU team this year. I coach.
Yeah. Well, have you considered maybe charging $1?
No, ma'am, I can't charge them that.
Nothing.
I never have charged. And I've been in this stuff a long time. I don't want no money from nobody.
So then where's the money come from to purchase the trophies?
My pocket. Always have came out of my pocket. With everything. With the basketball, my pocket. With the billy goals, I had them made and I still have them. I had all they did about 20-some years ago.
Is it possible for the custodian to volunteer? Do you think they would volunteer?
I can't
Do you think they would volunteer, the custodians, to come out? Have you asked them or talked to them?
I never talked to no one
What
yet.
if a custodian doesn't want to give us Saturday and Sunday, then what?
Well, what it is that when I was, I'm not going to call no name, when I was coming out here on weekend, I gave the guy a little money. He opened the gym up. You don't have to put the key in the unlock, just open it up, put the rug down there like they do it through the weekdays. Same thing. And then when I used to leave out of there, I closed the gym myself. And it locked automatic. And there wasn't nothing going on then when I was using it last year.
Everybody. What am I doing? George, you want it to me? Can we get a motion?
Ms. Cheney, she's here.
Yeah, but I'm the chair. So can I get a motion? Whatever y'all want. Yeah, so whatever you want to do. Okay.
I so move that we waive all, I make the motion that we waive all fees, including the $35 for the gym.
And cleaning has to be included.
And he has to be responsible for cleaning, and he has to be responsible for the whole gym, for cleaning, everything.
Thank you. I will be responsible.
I second.
All right, motion and second have been received by Ms. Porter that we waive the $35 fee for the custodian, and Ms. Addison, you will be responsible for cleaning the gym. Okay? Second by Ms. Whitley. Any questions? No question, vote?
Ms. Cheney?
Yes.
Ms. Porter?
Yes.
Ms. Whitley? Yes. 3-0, motion carried, first and full board to vote.
This concludes the Building and Ground Committee.
Thank y'all.
Ooh, Lord. Moving right along.
Dear God and our Father, in the name of Jesus, here it is, we come once more and again saying thank you to you, dear God. We thank and praise you for this day, dear God, for everything that you have blessed us with, Lord God. For traveling grace and mercy, we do thank you, Lord God. For this meeting, we thank you, Lord God. For everything that you are doing for us right now, Lord God. We just give you glory and honor and praise in the name of Jesus, amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The meeting room will come to order. We are now holding a meeting of the St.Helena Parish School Board. Roll call.
Ms. Joyce Porter?
Present.
Dr. Byron Hurst?
Present.
Ms. Linda Cheney?
Present.
Ms. Barbara Whitley?
Present.
Ms. Virginia Bell? Mr. Alvin Travis?
Here.
All members present.
Item B, approve minutes and agenda.
I so move.
I second.
Can we need to add on? With a one motion to add on? What do we do? Motion by who? You make a motion?
We add something.
Yeah.
I so move we approve the agendas and the committee agendas, both agendas, and add on to our current agenda.
I second.
Okay, motion by Dr. Hurst to approve the minutes and the agenda with one additional add-on with a radar system, and second by Ms. Porter. Any questions? No question? All in favor of the motion? Ayes, tap together. Motion passes. Item C, Superintendent's Report.
Good evening, community. Good evening, board. I have a few recognitions that I'd like to share with you all. We have some really good news about one of our employees, and I'm going to change up the order in which I'm going to share this information. First thing is, though, I want to let everyone know that our graduation for our 2017 graduates will be May 19th at 6 p.m. in the stadium. We have 87 graduates this year. That is a very large number. It's the largest number that, I've had since being superintendent. And so we are going to have the ceremony in the stadium. So we're looking forward to that. The next thing is we'd like to recognize Mr. Joshua John Paul, who is Louisiana Teacher of the Year semi-finalist. I'd like for Dr. Grace to please come up and this is the first time St. Helena has had a teacher to be listed as a semi-finalist.
At the state level?
At the state level, yes.
I wanted to share a few things that I wrote when given the task to write a recommendation for Mr. John Paul to get this prestigious honor. And, in my role in working as a supervisor to Mr. Paul the last few years, he has both the high level of professional knowledge and integrity that is so invaluable to the students and community that we serve in this parish. In a single school year, I'm going to talk about 2 years that he's been with us. The first year I was at St. Helena College and Career Academy, the geometry scores, Mr. Douglas, went up from only 9% of our students made a good or excellent on the geometry EOC. Mr. John Paul's first year in that class, it went up to 48% of our students scoring good and excellent in the EOC. That was his first year. Last year, it went up to 77.6% of our students scoring good or excellent in geometry, thanks to the dedication of Mr. John Paul. He achieved such results by fully embracing the mindful teaching framework that we use. He skillfully integrates technology into every class lesson. He uses station teaching to reach each child where he or she is. He analyzes his data and his student work daily to meet the needs of his students. Highly skilled and qualified professionals in core subjects are hard to find. Mr. Paul's expertise and passion and dedication are critical to our students. His enthusiasm for teaching and learning is contagious, and he's been a joy to have on our staff. Our students love him. We're proud of you, and we couldn't have thought of anybody better to represent St. Helena in a manner that you have, so thank you for your service. Mr. Douglas?
words, Mr. John Paul?
I'd like to thank Principal Mr. Douglas and Dr. Grace and Superintendent Dr. Joseph and all the board members for your support. And it would not have been possible without the support of the principal or the administration. It was very supportive. They always very supportive, and I'm really glad to know the statistics. You know, I wasn't very sure about all the statistics when I looked at the statistics in the past. And it's very, I'm really glad to see the performance that I made, and I thank God for that. I'm really glad that I've done that, and just going to continue with that in the future too. Thank you.
Mr. John Paul will also be competing against all of the other city finalists across the state, and look forward to how that turns out and wish him well at the next level. So congratulations again, Mr. John Paul.
How many is in the file?
It was 24 out of over 200.
That's all grade levels?
Yes.
The next thing I'd like to do is recognize our marching band. Is Mr. Jackson here? Would you please come forward, Mr. Jackson? And we'd like for all of the band members who are present to please come forward. Mr. Jackson has been with us now, this will be your third year, Mr. Jackson? The fourth year. Mr. Jackson, when we came into St. Helena, we didn't have a band program. Our program, because of the different cuts that had to be made, the first thing that always goes is the arts and the music and all of the elective courses. But we made a commitment to give our students what they needed to be well-rounded individuals, and we got Mr. Jackson. I'll never forget the first meeting that I had with Mr. Jackson in my office. I told him exactly what I wanted, that I wanted a Marching 100 band, and we wanted a band that would represent our school district and our school well. And he has done that, and then some. Mr. Jackson has taken his band to Houston a few times and has placed. Mr. Jackson goes to any kind of competition he goes to, they're winning, whether it be the band, whether it be the dance team, the twirlers, the flag team. They all work together and represent our school district. So I'm very proud of Mr. Jackson. I'm very proud now of Mr. Fry, who is now going to be working with Mr. Jackson so we can push toward that Marching 100. And just want to let you know, Mr. Jackson, we truly do appreciate you. Kids, we love the performances. Timothy is the drum major. He does a phenomenal job. I don't know how he does it. He kicks his knee behind his head, behind his shoulder. It's amazing to me. Just the commitment and the dedication that the kids have and Mr. Jackson have. And so we want to recognize him and please give him a round of applause.
Thank you for all you do.
And we have a plaque. Can you read the plaque?
The plaque says, St. Helena College and Career Academy, Reggie Jackson, Outstanding Band Director, 2016-2017, Bird Mob.
Mr. Jackson, would you like to say a few words to the board and the community?
Just thank you for the opportunity to help these kids come along, grow, and be somebody. All right.
We will call out the names of all of the band members. If you're here, please come up and receive your certificate. Declan Ross, Timothy Hill, Justin Mahaffey, Jarius Williams, Jazz Patterson, Angela Richardson, Regina Hughes, LaDorcia Lundsey, Bobby Self, Damian Henry, Scott Gallman, Jacqueline Singleton, Christina Williams, Shamika Holmes, Clifton Holmes, Reginae Jackson, Antonio Bell, Laquana Kusan, am I saying that right? Latifa Kusan, I said Kusan. Willie Underwood, Jakayla Williams, Genesis Johnson, Ashley Watkins, Michelle Baris, Valencia Trips, Jacoby Parker, Lakara Lee, Moses Baker, Kim Jackson, Javon Dunn, Davin Matthews, and Kenya Brooks. Please give our band members a round of applause. And we also have our twirlers, Jernae Mims, Janari Collins, our dance team, Jasmine Banks, Darren A. Griffith, Kentaria Brooks, Kyla Bryant, and Jakira Dudley. And our flag members are Savannah Fisher, Jennifer Cordova, and Simone Breyer. Give them, please, a round of applause. And then we also have parents we'd like to recognize. Dr. Robinson, can you please read the certificate or the plaque and your name?
The plaque reads, the name of each school, the name of the individual, in grateful appreciation of your outstanding service to the individual school or program that they serve, 2016, 2017.
Oh, names.
So first we have Miss Carolyn Washington, St. Helena College and Career Academy, for her service to the band program.
And Miss Washington also makes some awesome pecan candy.
And cake.
Lovely cake. And cake? Yes. Miss Washington, you make cake?
We also have an award from Miss LaClara Williams, also for her service to the band program. McQuincy Holmes for service to the band program. Arlene Jackson, service to the band program. And Barbara Scott for service to the band program.
So once again, Mr. Jackson and all of the band members present, thank you so very much for representing St. Helena Parish School District. You all are phenomenal, and we can't wait to look forward to see you next football season as you blow out all of the competition and get the football team mad at you because you're playing too loud. Thank you all very much. And last but not least, we want to recognize Mr. Reginald Douglas. Mr. Douglas, would you please come forward? As you all know, Mr. Douglas is going to be leaving us and going to Estroma High School in Baton Rouge. He's Baton Rouge Parish. And we want to wish him well and want to congratulate him for a job well done here in St. Helena. Mr. Douglas and I started here together. It's been, for me, it'll be 6 years in June, but I believe he came on in July. Yes, ma'am. And I remember the interview that we had. He was the last person to interview. And when he came in, he said, look, I know you all probably already decided who y'all want, but y'all gonna listen to me today. And I'm just, and so he really did a phenomenal job on the interview, and just how he was during the interview is how he's been. And Mr. Douglas, I want to personally thank you for all of the hard work, all of the things you've done for the kids of St. Helena. We will absolutely miss you. We're happy for you and wish you well on your future endeavors, but you will be sorely missed here in St. Helena. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We have a plaque for Mr. Douglas that reads, St. Helena College and Career Academy, Reginald Douglas, School Principal, in grateful appreciation of your outstanding service, dedication, and devotion to St. Helena Central Elementary School and St. Helena College and Career Academy. St. Helena Parish School District, 2011 to 2017.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I can talk? son?
You can talk.
All right. So, Doc, right, it's been 6 years, and 6 years ago, when you had Ms. Morgan to call me and offer me the job, it was one of the happiest times of my life, and I have truly, truly enjoyed being here. Dr. Joseph, I appreciate you and everything you've done. To watch you and the vision you've had has been inspirational, and I've learned a lot, and I really appreciate everything that you've done for me. Thank you so much. To every board member that's sitting here, I can't thank you enough for how nice and kind you have truly been to me. You have gone out of your way to be nice to me, and I really, really appreciate it. And I truly just can't thank you enough. I'm truly gonna miss you. I'm gonna text you on Christmas, call you on, but you know, and I mean that. But I can't. I mean, I truly can't thank you enough for the way that you treated me. And I know that you didn't have to do it, but you chose to do it, and I really appreciate you doing that for me. And every teacher they have truly gone out of their way to make me look good. The teachers in St. Helena have worked extremely hard for the kids, and I wish they were all here so I could tell them how much I appreciate them. And I've said this a million times, the kids here in St. Helena are the best kids that I've ever been around. You know, they're humble, they're loving, kind. You know, they're kids and they're gonna be kids and they're gonna do kid stuff. But I couldn't have been in a better situation. And I used to tell Dr. Joseph this. I used to think I was gonna retire from here in a couple of years. But God orchestrates things, and and I just have to do what God says. So, but I just want to take this opportunity just to thank all of you because you've really been kind. And Dr. Joseph, thank you. I appreciate it. All right. All right. Thank y'all so very much.
Ms. Cheney, may I have a point of personal privilege, please?
Sure.
As we all know, Dr. Kelly Joseph often talks about wanting to have a seat at the table so that the voice of the students in St. Helena Parish can be heard. And this school year has been very exceptional because she has been afforded the opportunity to have many seats at many different tables so that everyone knows the great things that happen here in St. Helena and just how great our children are. And so this past Monday, the Girl Scouts of Louisiana East held a luncheon to honor its 2017 Women of Distinction. And I'd like to take a moment to read the article that they published in the paper. 2017 Women of Distinction. In Girl Scouts, girls are taught leadership and social skills that mold them into becoming the ultimate GIRL, go-getter, innovator, risk-taker, and leader. This year, seven women leaders in the community will be honored at the Girl Scouts Louisiana East 2017 Women of Distinction Luncheon on Monday, May 8th at the Renaissance Baton Rouge Hotel. They are Sharon Weston Broom, Mayor President of Baton Rouge, Katie Corkin, Executive Director, North Shore Families Help and Families, Michelle Forte, Development Manager, Distinguished Events, American Cancer Society, Dr. Kelly Joseph, Superintendent, St. Helena Parish School District, Artie Lepore, posthumous, longtime Girl Scout alumna and volunteer, Dr. Robin Merrick, Chief of Staff, Southern University at A&M College, and Mallory Page, artist and author. The women were selected based on their remarkable achievements as business, community, and civic leaders, and are positive role models for the girls and women in our communities. Not every woman of distinction was a Girl Scout growing up, but each one has been dedicated to making our community a better place, demonstrating Girl Scout values in all she does. The Girl Scouts Louisiana East Council began its Women of Distinction Recognition Program in 2012 during the Girl Scout Centennial and has recognized 31 amazing women thus far as Women of Distinction. It is with great pleasure to announce to you that our Dr. Kelly Joseph was one of those Women of Distinction. And when everyone got up to give their speech, their acceptance of the beautiful award, in true St. Helena fashion, Dr. Joseph talked about our kids. She invited everyone in the audience to come and see the great things that are happening here in our schools, and she told them how wonderful our children are. So we would like to congratulate Dr. Joseph on such an awesome achievement.
Next, we'll have our financial dashboard with Amy Holland. Yeah. Do you want to come up and present?
Okay, the legislative auditor has some new guidelines this year, and one of those are that we have to present year-to-date actuals on our major funds every month. So from here forward, we'll be, we don't have to present them, but we have to supply you with them, so we'll email them or present them at the board meetings. The first one is the, general fund year-to-date comparison. And I have each section of our financial statement. The total budgeted expenditures are $8,445,476. Thus far, at the end of April, we've expended $5,714,390, which leaves us a balance of $2,731.86, which has us having expended 68% of our budget thus far. The second report is Title I, which is a major fund. And the total budget for that, Title I is $911,560. Our year-to-date expense is $562,015.28, which shows 62.91% expended. And these funds have to be expended by June 30th. You might notice some are only 64 or 56%, but those are line items that mainly are our teachers, 9-month employees, and we have, their pay extends through August. Any questions?
That concludes my report.
Item D, 2017 millage and bond rates. 1, public comments on adoption of the 2017 millage and bond rates. Any comments? No comments? Item 2, adopt the 2017 millage rates.
Madam President, I also move, can we adopt them all collectively? I also move we adopt the 2017 millage rates.
Motion by Dr. Hurst, second by Ms. Porter. Any questions? No questions? Vote. All in favor of the motion, say aye to tap the gavel. Ayes have it, the motion passes. Item 3, adopt 2017 bond rate.
I so move.
Motion by Mr. Travis,
Second.
second by Ms. Whitley. Any questions? No questions? All in favor of the motion, say aye to tap the gavel. Ayes have it, motion passes. Item 4, adopt 2017 millage and bond rate resolution. I have to read that.
Yes, ma'am, and you have to do a roll call vote.
Yes, ma'am.
Where's the resolution?
St.Helena School District Resolution. Be it resolved that the following millage are hereby levied on the 2017 tax roll on all properties subject to taxation by St. Helena Parish School District. School District Parish-wide MT 1063021, 9.480 mills. School District Regular 1063020, 3.380 mills. School District Construction 1063031, 5.0 mills. School District Parish-wide SB 1063048, 16.4 mills. School District Parish-wide Bond 1063047, 9.0 mills. Be it further resolved that the proper administrative officials of the Parish of St. Helena, State of Louisiana, be and they are hereby empowered, authorized, and directed to spread said taxes as herein above set forth upon the assessment roll of said parish for the year 2017, and to make the collection of the taxes imposed for and on behalf of the taxing authority according to law, and that the taxes herein levied shall become a permanent lien and privilege on all property subject to taxation as herein set forth, and collection thereof shall be enforceable in the manner provided by law. The foregoing resolution was read in full. The roll was called on the adoption thereof, and the resolution was adopted by the following votes. Can I get a motion? Motion by Ms. Bell. Second by Ms. Porter. Vote. Roll call.
Ms. Joyce Porter,
Yes.
Dr. Byron Hurst,
Yes.
Ms. Linda Cheney,
Yes.
Ms. Barbara Whitley,
Yes.
Ms. Virginia Bell,
Yes.
Mr. Alton Travis. All yeas.
I hereby certify that the foregoing is a true and exact copy of the resolution adopted at the board meeting held on May the 11th, 2017, at which meeting a quorum was present and voting. Greensboro, Louisiana, this 11th day of May 2017. Item E, committee reports. Can I get a motion to approve all the committee reports collectively? Oh,
I so move to collect, be approved.
I second.
motion by Dr. Hurst that we approve the committee reports collectively, second by Ms. Porter. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
I have a question.
Okay.
I didn't really get clear on everything with Mr. Addison. I have a few reservations still. When we make this motion to approve it, is that for what length of time? Does it ever end? What if it doesn't go right? Does Dr. Joseph have
From our,
authority to shut it down?
from my understanding, if there's a problem, we bring it back to the full board. This is gonna be checked on a regular basis. Is that correct?
What if it's a bad problem the first week?
Well,
And
we
we
have,
got a month to,
we gotta bring it back to the board, and I guess we have to call a special meeting if that's the case,
I
Mr.
think we
Travis.
should get.
No, if it's a problem, the designee or the principal can halt all activities until the board has an opportunity to talk about it.
And we didn't get any of that in the motion, but I guess
Yeah.
that's,
That would be normal on a campus. The principal, if something is not right or not going right, he can halt or she can halt production or whatever's going on and bring it back before the board, for safety reasons or concerns,
Or cleanliness.
or cleanliness. The
Yes,
principal,
let's do it this way then. Let's do all the motion except for that one, and then we'll stipulate some things, and someone will have to, Ms. Leatrice will leave that to communicate with him. If that's okay. All right? So can I get a new motion, Dr. Hurst?
I so move that we approve the committee reports, all except for Mr. Addison's, the use of the buildings and grounds.
I'll second that.
Okay, motion by Dr. Hurst that we approve the committee report except for the use of the building and ground. Second by Ms. Bell. All in favor of that motion, say aye at the tap together. Ayes have it, the motion passes. Now, that brings up the next item, use of the building of land and use by Mr. Terry Addison. So, there needs to be some stipulations. If there is a problem, then the principal, the person that's in position at the high school, will have the authority to halt the use of the facility until it can come back to the board.
Yes.
And hopefully, we can get a custodian that will go and open the gym for him.
Did that contract have a term, or just, it wasn't?
Because it's not fair, but it's from August, what time is it?
Is it like in the summer? that
It was,
just
it
for the-
was,
it's like-
it was to August,
To
I think,
August.
3 months.
Okay, so it's 3 months.
From when? June, July.
July 30th.
3 months.
July 30th, July 30th is anything. Okay.
so technically, we're gonna lose money on that electricity bill.
He said he's gonna be responsible, so you're right. And we're gonna have to put something in place, maybe, I mean, we do have something in place for use of the land, and so we're definitely gonna have to, fight it for this one, I guess.
Anybody else that can use any of our facilities for anything in the past,
We
it's our
charge.
policy we charge.
Right.
And we're going against policy.
Well, and the
I feel
fees,
uncomfortable.
I thought the $75 was waived.
The $75 fee is waived, for use, but the $35 fee for janitorial services, you just waived that as well. So any expenses incurred, with the use of the facility with Mr. Addison will be on the expense of the district.
And I guess, we need to ask the person that's in charge there to, make sure that everything is being left the way it's supposed to be.
I think it's a good thing, and I really like Mr. Addison, but is the next person gonna want to go for free? Problem. Yeah,
And you've done that.
that's all I got to say about it.
Okay. So can I get a, motion, with those stipulations that the principal has the authority to halt the use of the facility if there's any type of problem as far as cleanliness? Move.
I so move.
Motion by Dr. Hurst, second by Ms. Whitley. Any questions? All in favor of the motion, say aye. Tap the gavel.
Aye.
Ayes have it, the motion passes.
No, nay. Nay.
All opposed, say nay at the tap of the gavel.
Nay.
The ayes have it. Okay, item E2.
Chief Brown, with the Greensburg Police Department, came by my office today with this information, and he's asking that Greensburg and the school board do a cost sharing with traffic signs to be placed in front of the high school. It has a electronic sign, and it tells the driver how fast they're going to get them to slow down. And I thought that it was a good enough proposal to ask to be, added to the agenda for your consideration. This would start up, I guess, for the next school year, or whenever, we can get everything together, and the length of time it would take from them to install it. But it's called Evolus Radar Speed Sign. Highly powerful yet budget-friendly traffic calming tool, ideal for all road types in both rural and urban environments. Extremely efficient pole-mounted radar is legible from over 1,000 feet away, thanks to its ultra-bright tricolor LED speed digits and its simultaneous display of programmable measures. So basically, when you're driving, you see those signs that tells you how fast you're going, it gets you to slow down. So we would have this installed in front of the high school on each side of the highway. So if there aren't any discussion about it, I would ask that you allow us to move forward with this cost sharing initiative with the police department.
Part of the initiative. I don't know that.
The sign is designed, I guess, for you to slow down your speed.
Oh, okay.
So. Any comments or questions about it?
How much is it?
$2,000.
Are we split that?
We'll split the cost.
So it'll be $1,000.
$1,000 for the district.
Let's change. I said,
Motion by Mr. Travis,
Second.
second by Ms. Bell. Any questions? All in favor of the motion say aye at the top of the gavel. All opposed say nay at the top of the gavel. The ayes have it. The motion passes. Item F, meeting closing. Announcement of next meeting date, which is June 8th, 2017. So Jim? No. Next meeting date, June 8th, once again, 2017, 5:45. Yes. Closing comments. Just making this note, I will not be at the June 8th meeting, Ms. Bell. Just to inform you, I'll be out of town then. So you have to assume the role, please, ma'am.
And happy early Mother's Day to all the ladies, mothers.
Dr. Joseph, you say graduation's at 6 or 6:30?
6 o'clock. It was an error on my part at 6 o'clock.
I so move.
All yeas. This meeting is adjourned.